What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we're going to go over a little bit of Plarium news here for Friday's Summon Rush that's happening tomorrow. So we're going to go over that real quick. We just have a quick check-in on how everybody is doing on the Fusion. So let's jump right into it. All right, so quickly going over the Plarium news here, we got a progressive event starting for this Summon Rush tournament, or event, sorry, Summon Rush event that's happening. And that's going to be part of the Fusion, of course. So we see here the Summon Rush is happening in 18 hours. And then on the left-hand side, I have the list of progressive champions up for grabs. Keep in mind the non-voids are about 7.5%, and then the voids are about 20% to hit if you hit a legendary. Keep in mind the rates are not boosted, so we're just playing with the standard rates here, so they're not going to be great. As for the champions, they're actually okay. So we're going to go over them here. We got Lady Kimi from the Shadowkin. Lady Kimi is a very good champion. Does turn meter up and down. Does decrease accuracy, decrease speed. She also applies this block buffs, which is pretty cool for like Hydra and stuff. Can be pretty clutch. So decrease speed, increase speed, decrease accuracy, increase accuracy. Some turn meter stuff. Big aura for Doom Tower waves, which is kind of weird. She should have an arena aura. That would make it a lot more viable. Really good, like top speed here, 115, which is like best in game. After that, we have Teodor. Teodor from the Night Revs here. He does the poison extend with the poison activation. Also applies poison to himself with the sensitivity. Also applies decreased speed as well. Very, very good champion, actually. He can solo hard dragon. Good for the event dungeon. He's good for a lot of different areas. Just a general good champion. For me, he's fallen off a little bit just because there's so many like options now, but he's still a very, very good pull if you guys manage to get him. Next champion on the list, we have Prince Kymar from the Demon Spawn here. Prince Kymar, still an amazing champion. One of the best kind of account changing champions. When people ask me what is the champion that really changed my account, I have to say the first, I don't know, I have to say the real one might be Prince Kymar, or he was one of the first ones, because once you have Prince Kymar, and then you can make a team that basically increases its clear time like significantly, and you can actually have one Kymar on your whole team and they can make a lot of your runs much faster. So he has the full reset here. It's on a 6-turn cooldown. It's a long cooldown, but you know, it's one of the best skills in the entire game. He also brings the AoE sleep, AoE poisons, and then an arena aura to help you out as well. Yeah, he's an incredible champion. Definitely very good to pull. After Prince Kymar on the list, we have Gamuran. Gamuran, pulled him recently. Wasn't like super stoked about him, but people in the comments seem to really like this guy, especially for the arena. Says he can do some work, right? He has the an interesting block revive here, and then he has an interesting passive as well. Revives one ally with 30 HP, 30 turn meter each time an enemy is killed. So I mean, you know, we've seen this kind of ability before, and it's actually very good. For example, Nias, for example, like if Nias kills stuff, he brings back his whole team. It's a big swing, right? It's a big swing. I've never seen this guy in live arena played, but I can see how his kit can be difficult to deal with. His A1 block active skills, which is very uncommon. I thought it would be good for Chimera, but he never ended up being very good, or never ended up being used at least. But that's Gamuran here. Last but not least, for the non-voids, we have Mr. Armanz here. Armanz, you know, one of the best fusions of all time, maybe top 2, I would say, because we have Newt, maybe the best fusion of all time, but Armanz here, he's bringing the AoE stun and turn meter steal, and deplete, which is freaking wild. And then he brings an AoE, he brings a sheep with an AoE strip. He brings a speed aura for arena as well. Incredible champion, has shaped the arena meta since he's been introduced into the game back in, I think, April. But he's not only an arena champion, he's great in PvE as well. Any content with waves in it, this guy will absolutely dominate. So if you guys got your hands on him early, he's going to be a huge help for your progression for sure. All right, next up on the list, we got our first Void champion. and the first crack at the brand new Queen of Hearts. So she is the Void Legendary, kind of like the feature legendary for this Alice in Wonderland event, the Queen of Hearts. I did do a showcase on her. Make sure you guys check it out with the link in this video. But yeah, she is an incredible champion. She probably has one of the best A1s in the game. AoE A1, places decreased defense, fills turn meter of all allies by 5%. There's no chance of placing decreased defense. You don't need to book this A1. It just does what it does. It's an incredible A1. Even if you're a brand new player that just pulled the Queen of Hearts, just using her for the A1 is massive. AoE A1, 100%, 100% apply decreased defense AoE with this turn meter boost on A1. It's just incredible. No books needed, of course. One of the best A1s in the entire game. Her A2 is very strong too. It's a strip and fear. And then she places this death brand debuff, which basically allows anybody on your team to basically block revive the champion with the death brand on it. So make sure when you're using this ability, target the champion first with the death brand, and then everybody will have fear on them as well. It's a pretty nasty ability, similar to like Odin level, but Odin's on a 3 turn. Odin has a strip and stun. This is a strip and fear with the death brand, and then it has a little bit of turn meter feel here, but this is on a 4 turn versus Odin's, which is a 3 turn. And then Queen of Hearts also has the ally attack. So it goes plus attack and then goes into the ally attack with your whole team. And then if you kill somebody, you get 2 turns off of this ability, the fear and CC ability. So she's a really tough champion to deal with. She also has this passive that grants her extra turns, so it gives her chances to cut in unexpectedly, giving her a chance to basically do death brand or giving her a chance to basically ally attack. So a little bit difficult to deal with if you're not ready for her. I would say she's top tier. She's top tier for Void. I wouldn't say she's like top tier, but she's definitely a very strong Void champion. Her stat distribution is a little bit of a negative for her because I don't see why she would need 1100 attack. She definitely could have used like 23,000 HP instead of this random attack here. She has good base speed at 110, so that's no knock. She has a good aura as well, but obviously you prefer speed in all battles or something, but accuracy is not a bad aura. And yeah, the stats don't really make much sense. She doesn't hit hard or anything like that. So, but yeah, this is the first crack at the Queen of Hearts here. Like I said, it's going to be about 20% chance if you're pulling on Mercy. So keep that in mind when you guys are pulling Void Shards. The last champion on the list will be Tuhanarak from the Barbarian faction. So Tuhanarak, very good champion, usually used in Hydra. She has this really good passive here that removes the random debuff from your allies every turn she takes. So having sets like Relentless or making her really fast make a lot of sense. She does bring increased defense, increased speed as well. And then she places this block buff, decreased attack with this debuff spread, which is interesting. Usually for Hydra, this is the key move. But this is a little bit, it's a bit of a manual move, right? Of course, you have to manual this to get maximum value from it. Brings a decreased speed on the A1 as well. Good base stats overall, good champion overall. Always finds ways to get into some content as well. But yeah, that's going to round out the Void. I'm going to make a quick mention here for one of the Void epics. We have Demitha up for grabs. So Demitha is the dwarf, sorry. The Void dwarf here, and she brings along the ability to make the block damage teams for clan boss. So if you're struggling there and you're having to pull some shards, at least you get a boosted chance to get Demitha. She's really good. She's an account changer if you're starting off in the game. Eurogrim is also a very decent champion as well from the Ogren tribes. He's the other Void epic up for grab. Very good, very decent champion as well. So just wanted to make a quick note of those champions. Quickly looking at the calendar here. So we're nearing the end, nearing the back half actually. The back half of the fusion. So we have this summon rush happening tomorrow, right? Keep in mind that this is the second summoning event. If your plan was to skip the chase and the summon rush, the plan probably still applies for this summon rush as well. And then you would just focus on the third summoning event. So it's unlikely that they're going to put anything too crazy in this that forces you to participate. You're probably going to miss out on these relic materials again, most likely. But then you're going to have to come back and focus on trying to finish off the fusion by doing the third summon rush if you were trying to do that. Because if you skip the chase and then you participate in the summon rush now, you're going to be stuck doing probably the first leg or the first threshold of the third summon rush. It's, yeah, I don't think that's ideal, but that's still okay. So if you really wanted to participate this weekend, go for it. But you're kind of taking away the opportunity for you to get a little bit of a discount, because usually if you get 2 thresholds in one event, you get a small discount, right? You know how people, when you buy bulk at the store, usually get a small discount. Sometimes it's not the opposite. You don't usually pay more. So that's kind of what happens. But in this case, if you just complete this second summon rush and then just go for the first threshold on the third one, that's totally fine. But you're just kind of maybe losing out on that little bit there. Just keep that all in mind. It's always better to go hard on one than it is to spread it out, I think. Just because when you go hard, you get higher rewards and all that stuff too. You get a better chance at higher rewards. But anyways, that's gonna be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys have a great Thursday. Like I said, it's just quick summoning news for the upcoming summon event that's happening in 18 hours. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys are on track for the fusion and all that. And yeah, we'll see each other soon. Have a good day. See you in the next one.